The desert sleeps beneath a shroud of gold. A wind whispers across the timeless sands, brushing against the stone faces of monuments that have watched millennia rise and fall. Beneath that silence lies a secret, one buried deeper than any tomb, older than any dynasty. For thousands of years, the Great Pyramids of Giza have stood as sentinels of mystery, perfectly aligned to the stars, built with stones so massive they defy logic, and constructed with a precision that modern engineers still struggle to replicate. How did they do it? Archaeologists have offered answers. Ramps, ropes, manpower. Yet, when you stand before those immense blocks, each weighing as much as 80 tons, lifted with millimetric perfection, the explanations begin to crumble like desert dust. Could it be that the Egyptians possessed a form of lost knowledge, an ancient technology now erased from history? A technology so advanced it blurs the line between myth and science. A civilization that 4,500 years ago mastered something that we, in our modern age of machines and algorithms, have yet to truly understand. This is not a story of aliens or fantasy. It's a story of human genius, forgotten. A story written in stone, geometry, and cosmic alignment. Welcome to the hidden technology of ancient Egypt. When the first rays of dawn strike the pyramid of Khufu, they fall exactly along its eastern face. A perfect alignment, precise to within 1/15 of a degree. That's finer than what most modern construction projects achieve. Each limestone block fits so tightly against its neighbor that a single sheet of paper cannot slide between them. No mortar, no error. Modern cranes would struggle to lift such stones to the heights of Giza's summit. Yet ancient builders, armed with copper chisels and wooden sleds, we're told, did so with near supernatural perfection. So, how? Recent discoveries have revealed something extraordinary. Within the limestone blocks themselves, scientists have detected traces of reconstituted materials, as if some were not carved, but cast. Geopolymer experts like Joseph Davidovits have suggested that the Egyptians might have used an early form of concrete, created from limestone, clay, and water, then molded like puzzle pieces into perfect shapes. If true, the implications are enormous. The pyramids were not just built, they were engineered with chemistry. But that's only one theory. Others point to the mysterious ability of the Egyptians to soften or vibrate stone, an echo of acoustic technology now lost to time. Legends from Abydos speak of words of power that could move objects as if weightless. Sound as a tool, resonance as force, geometry as language. Could the pyramids be more than tombs, and could they be machines? In 1997, an acoustic engineer named Tom Danley was allowed into the King's Chamber of the Great Pyramid. With sensitive instruments, he recorded something strange, deep harmonic frequencies, a resonant hum built into the structure itself. The chamber, carved entirely from red granite, vibrates at a frequency of 440 Hz, the same frequency that modern instruments use for tuning. Coincidence? Perhaps. But when sound waves at that pitch are amplified within the chamber's geometry, they create standing waves, oscillations that can move air, even matter. It's as if the pyramid was designed to sing. The Egyptians believed in Heka, the power of the spoken word to shape reality. Their temples and chambers were not only places of worship, but instruments of sound, where priests chanted to awaken the divine resonance of the universe. Stone, frequency, energy, all converging into one design. And as strange as it seems, the stones remember. Strike certain blocks of granite from Aswan, and they ring like metal. The ancients may have chosen these materials not only for durability, but for their acoustic properties. The Great Pyramid, in that sense, was a massive harmonic device, a monument built not only for the body, but for the vibration of the soul. If you find these mysteries as fascinating as we do, don't forget to join our journey, subscribe, and let's explore the secrets that shaped humanity itself. Carved deep within the Temple of Hathor at Dendera lies a strange relief. It shows figures holding what appear to be long, tubular objects connected to a base resembling a generator. Scholars call it symbolic, representing the creation of the world. But to some engineers, it looks eerily similar to an electric lamp. Inside the temple, the walls bear no trace of soot, yet the chambers were illuminated during decoration, deep underground where sunlight could not reach. The official explanation? Bronze mirrors reflecting light through corridors. But optical tests show that mirrors would have lost 95% of their brightness after only a few reflections. Something doesn't add up. Could the Egyptians have used an early form of electrostatic light, powered by mineral batteries like those later found in Mesopotamia, copper rods, lotus filaments, stone insulators, all carved in the relief? Whether metaphor or mechanism, one thing is certain. The Egyptians understood energy in ways we still struggle to define. Their symbols, the Ankh, the Jed pillar, the Waz scepter, were not random. Each depicted the flow of life force, stability, and power. What if these weren't just spiritual metaphors, but scientific blueprints? Beneath the Giza Plateau lies a labyrinth of tunnels. Some are filled with ancient groundwater. Others connect to chambers beneath the pyramids themselves. For decades, this network was dismissed as natural geology. But new scans reveal deliberate carving, channels shaped to control the flow of water. Why would the builders design such a system? One theory, proposed by engineer Christopher Dunn, suggests the pyramid functioned as a kind of power plant, generating piezoelectric energy through the interaction of water, vibration, and quartz. Here's how it works. When water moves through limestone channels, it creates pressure and vibration. Granite, rich in quartz, responds to this vibration by producing an electric charge. Multiply that by millions of tons of stone precisely aligned to Earth's magnetic field, and you have a colossal energy amplifier. The Great Pyramid, in this view, wasn't a tomb. It was a generator, a machine designed to resonate with the planet itself. Egypt's ancient texts spoke of the pyramids as the places where the gods ascend. Perhaps that ascent was not symbolic, but energetic. And perhaps, through that energy, consciousness itself was meant to rise. To understand how the Egyptians achieved their precision, one must look beyond tools, to mathematics itself. The pyramid's proportions encode the value of pi, the golden ratio phi, and the relationship between the Earth and the Sun. Its base corresponds almost perfectly to a scale model of the Northern Hemisphere. Was this coincidence or calculation? Each side measures 365.24 cubits, the exact number of days in a solar year. The height multiplied by 1 billion equals the Earth's distance from the Sun. The perimeter equals that of a circle whose radius is the pyramid's height. This is not guesswork. It's geometry on a cosmic scale. The Egyptians called it Mat, the divine order of the universe, reflected through symmetry, proportion, and truth. Their architects were not mere builders. They were scientists of the sacred, encoding celestial mechanics into stone. And what's most astonishing, they achieved it with instruments no more advanced than strings, plumb lines, and stars. Or perhaps they knew how to read nature itself as the ultimate instrument. In a dusty tomb in Saqqara, archaeologists unearthed a small artifact, a thin, perfectly balanced piece of metal shaped like a bird, the Saqqara Bird. At first, it was dismissed as a child's toy, but when aerodynamicists recreated it, they found it could glide through the air, perfectly stable, with lift ratios matching modern aircraft. In the same necropolis, copper saws embedded with diamond dust were found, capable of cutting granite. Metallurgical traces show an understanding of alloys far ahead of their time, and hieroglyphs tell of benben stones, smooth metallic cones that shone with the light of the sun. Some believe these were meteoric iron, capable of generating magnetism. Imagine a civilization that knew how to harness magnetic fields, how to work with sound, how to channel the geometry of the stars. That civilization existed. We simply called it Egypt. If you want to keep uncovering the lost technologies and secrets of forgotten civilizations, stay with us. Each episode reveals another layer of the world you thought you knew. But perhaps the greatest technology of ancient Egypt was not mechanical, it was spiritual. The Egyptians saw no boundary between matter and mind, between physics and faith. To them, consciousness itself was the ultimate force. The rituals of the temples, the chants, the symbols, they were all part of an inner technology, a method for transforming the human being into something higher. The pyramid was a tool for that journey. Its narrow passageways mirrored the stages of initiation, descent into darkness, confrontation with death, and rebirth into light. In this sense, Egypt's true machines were human. Their power lay in awakening awareness, in teaching the mind to resonate with the order of the cosmos. Modern science seeks energy outside. The ancients sought energy within. Perhaps they were never behind us. Perhaps we have simply forgotten how to look inward. From the Great Pyramid to the temples of Luxor, every monument speaks the same silent truth. Precision is not coincidence. Even today, satellites confirm that Giza's pyramids align perfectly with Orion's belt, not roughly, but exactly, as if the stars themselves were the blueprint. How could a Bronze Age civilization map the heavens with such perfection? We still don't know. But maybe that's the point. The mystery itself is the message, that human potential, when aligned with nature, can touch the divine. The Egyptians did not build with machines, they built with meaning. Every stone, every measure, every symbol was part of a dialogue between earth and sky. They believed that by harmonizing with the cosmos, humanity could achieve immortality, not of the body, but of the idea. And so their monuments still stand, defying erosion, outlasting empires, whispering across eternity, "We were here, we understood, the sands have swallowed kingdoms, time has erased languages, but Egypt endures, carved into the memory of the planet itself." Perhaps we look at their pyramids and see stone. They looked and saw frequency, geometry, energy, spirit. Their technology was not wires or gears, but resonance, the harmony between human intention and natural law. We measure progress by machines. They measured it by alignment. Maybe the real secret of ancient Egypt is not what they built, but what they became. A civilization that turned the desert into a mirror of the cosmos, and, in doing so, left us a question that still echoes through time. What would humanity become if we remembered what they once knew?